let me go ahead and record the meeting. So it is actually a little bit different. This is telling you as you get really, really close from both sides. So of a value, or from a certain side from a value, finding out what is its height, what is the y value itself. Okay, can I continue? Okay, alrighty. What I do want you to know, guys, is these right here. So left-hand side limit, it has a little exponent, is a negative sign on C. So hopefully you see right here, has a little negative exponent right here on C. Right, this right here.
So basically gonna be a fraction.
Not exactly, it's just a symbol. The right-hand side has a little plus sign on the exponent. I should be using a highlighter, let me see. So it has a little minus sign for on the exponent for a left. On the right, it has a positive sign on the C. If it doesn't have nothing, it means for both sides. So you're probably wondering, what the heck does this mean? Well, it's actually not that bad. It's telling us that as you're coming from the left-hand side of the graph, so from the left, you're going towards C. So you're getting really, really close from the left-hand side. So pretty much if you're going on your roller coaster, you're riding your roller coaster from the left-hand side. From the right-hand side, you have your C value, and you're coming from the right-hand side. Okay. And then for both, you have your value C, and you're going both sides, both left and right. And f of x is just pretty much asking what is the y value at x. So what is the height at that value? Any questions so far?
No.
No?
All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and do some examples, because this might look like a little difficult, but it's really not that bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and do what they're asking for. So this right here is asking, whoops, whoa. Sorry about that. You cannot see that yet. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so this one right here, it has a little minus sign, right? So what is that telling us to do?
Left.
Yeah, this minus sign is saying that you're approaching the limit from the left. And I'm struggling to get a highlighter. This is saying you're going to 2, right? The number 2 from the left, right? So this is my 2, right? And if I was to get on my roller coaster right here from the left, what is the max height as I'm getting really close to 2? So if I get on my roller coaster from the left-hand side, my y is going up. But the closest I get to 2 is what height?
3.
Yeah, your limit will be 3. Okay, let's try it again. The little exponent is positive, right, on my second question. So therefore, I'm approaching from the left or the right. If it's a plus sign, according to this,
Right.
I'm approaching from the right. From the right. Oops, so I'm going to have my 2 right here, and I'm coming from the right-hand side, right? So now my roller coaster is on the right, and I'm coming from the right-hand side, and I'm going, and I'm going. That's a horrible marker. I'm going on my roller coaster, and I'm going from the right-hand side. What is the max height I reach before I approach 2? What is that y value right here? It's also 3. Yes?
Mhm.
Because from the right, I came and max height at 2 was also 3. So that was an easy one. Not that bad stuff. Any questions so far? You can ask them in the chat box, guys, or unmute yourself. Either one works for me. Any questions so far? So in this one, the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So the limit as x approaches 2, right? No exponent is equal to 3. This one right here. When there is no exponent, it is for both. Okay, let's try this one right here. This one is when x approaches 4 on both sides, right? Because is there an exponent on the 4? Do you see any little exponent right here on the 4?
No, so it's
There's nothing, right? So that means that you're going to approach from both sides. So from both left and right on this value, which is 4. So what is happening right here? So let's go ahead and check it. If I come from the left, my little roller coaster is on the left, and my little roller coaster is on the right, and I'm going, and I'm going, and I'm checking the y value, and I'm checking the y value from both sides. What is the y value?
-3.
What is the y? So I go ahead and trace this. It equals -3. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Okay. Any questions, guys? Sorry about that. I'm struggling here with this stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and try one more. I'll let you guys go on that one first. So go ahead and try that one on your own. This one's going to be a little tricky, but not too difficult. This one is just a 2. This one's tricky, right? So this 2 does not have anything on the exponent, right? There's nothing there. So I'm using both, right? So from both sides, as I get super, 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 super close to 2 from the left, so I'm going to draw my little roller coaster, and I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to draw my roller coaster from the right, and I'll go this way. What is it at? Very, very close to 2, but not at 2. Yeah, so that would be 4 right here. Very close to 2, but not 2, right? Super, super close, but not 2 from both sides. Are we okay with that, guys? And hopefully I'm not making it harder than what it is. Okay, the next thing is this right here, f of 2. So this is asking us what is y when x equals 2. So let's go ahead and look at this. This is my x equals 2, right? X equals 2 is right here. What is that point right here? The solid dot.
Yeah.
Is y. So the solid dot is y, and we can see that that is just 2. So that is my answer. Any questions so far, guys?
Yeah, makes sense.
No? Yes, no? I'll give you a couple seconds in case you need to write that down. And then the next one, I got a math meme for you guys, but I think some of you guys were able to see it before me. Okay, so we checked what was the left-hand side, right? We checked what was the left-hand side. Well, that came from the little negative exponent. We checked the right-hand side. Well, that was a plus exponent. And we checked both sides. That was no exponent. and then the value is just f of x. So we saw this one was left, we saw this one was right, we saw this one was both, and this one was here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but what if this happens? What if the left-hand side does not equal the right-hand side?
That's weird.
That is definitely weird. So, I don't know if you're able to see that, but it is true. If the left-hand side does not equal the right-hand side, the limit does not exist. So, if this is true, if they are not equal, left does not equal the right, then the limit does not exist. Does not exist. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. These are my last two examples, guys. So if you do have questions, guys, please ask me or put it on the chat. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. So I'll give you a couple seconds to go ahead and start on that. The first one is a minus. So hopefully we're all thinking the same thing. This is from the left, right? The minus sign is from the left-hand side. So my little roller coaster is approaching 3. So I'm going from the left and I'm getting super close to 3. What would be that y value right there?
3.
It should be 3, yeah. Okay, now here's where it get a little bit trickier. This little plus sign right here on the exponent, that means I'm going to 3 from the right-hand side. So my little roller coaster is right here. And I'm going from the right-hand side to 3. And what is my height at that value? That height right there is 6. So that was very different because from the left-hand side, I got 3. From the right-hand side, I got 6. So that's gonna make something different on my both. What happens as I go both?
And so they're not going to equal to each other then?
They're not. Left is equal to 3, right is equal to 6. They are not the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we know about the limit?
It does not exist.
Does not exist. This is a perfectly good answer, guys. This is accepted in the AP exam. You can write that there. You don't have to write it out. You don't have to put dots. You're good. This is a perfect answer for this right here. Because the left-hand side and the right-hand side are very different. One is equal to 3, one is equal to 6. Okay, last but not least, we have this right here, f of 3. So it's asking at x equals 3, what is my y? Well, at x equals 3, this is 3, this is for my x equals 3. Which one of these has the solid dot?
Oh wait, the 6.
This one right here has a solid dot right here. So this is, my answer will be 6.
For f of 3?
For f of 3, yes. Sorry, it's getting a little messy.
You didn't repeat.
Okay. Any questions on that so far?
No.
If you have questions, guys, you can ask them on the chat box or unmute yourself. Either one is good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys try the next one on your own. And this is my last example, guys. This lesson's not that bad. This is the first lesson in calculus. So if you take my calculus class next year, you should be able to start off with this one pretty fresh. So this unit, my kids did really good. I think I only had 2 3s and the rest of them were 5s. It was not bad stuff, since ideally they saw it twice last year.
Wait. So that one has no f of 4 because
Okay. Yeah. So the first one has a negative on my exponent. So hopefully you're thinking the same thing. I'm thinking this minus sign is talking about the left hand side. So from the left, my little roller coaster is right here. And I'm going to the value 4, this value right here, for my x's. So I'm going super, 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 super close to 4, but not exactly 4, just close enough to my x equals 4. What is my y value?
4.
It happened to be 4 as well. This one right here, because of the plus sign, I'm going from the right. So my little roller coasters, right? And going super, 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 super close to 4, but not exactly 4. What is my y value right there?
2.
Yeah, it should be a height of 2. Okay. Last but not least, what is it at both? As I go from the left and the right, I have one of them is 4 from the left, and I have one of them is 2. Are they the same?
No.
Not the same, right? Not same. Left does not equal right. So the limit does not exist. And this is a perfectly good answer, guys. I write it like this, D and E. That's an answer that's acceptable. Okay, last but not least, I got what is y when x is equal to 4. So what is y? Well, let's go ahead and look at it. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little confused. There is no solid dot at x equals 4. So is there a value for that? There's a hole, right? There's a hole.
Yeah, there's 2 holes.
Yeah, technically there's 2 holes. So therefore, I don't have a value. So that answer is also does not exist. Does not exist. So we found out 2 different ways of how to say that does not exist. When we have emptiness on the graph or holes, and when the limits are not the same. Any questions so far, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is pretty much the homework, guys. Only one graph,
Oh, well.
and these right here. So they're not bad stuff.
Do we have to draw at it?
Ideally, guys, this was something I printed out for you. I wouldn't make you graph this, but once you get to calculus, I do give you just functions. So I give you piecewise functions. So this would be a parabola, this linear, this parabola, stuff like that. And then I make you graph it, and then you actually solve it. But since I'm not doing that through this distance learning, I'm only giving you the screenshots.
Okay.
But in calculus, be expected to, I give you a function, and then I give you the piecewise function. So I don't know, x squared, x, 2x, and then I give you the restrictions of those. That's how we graph these, and then I make you find the limits. But that won't be the case here. Other than that, guys, you are golden. Unless you have questions, then you are good.
Can you go back to the last slide real quick?
Okay, the last slide, give me a second. There you go. Sorry about that. And I'm still uploading grades, guys. So if you turned in stuff over the weekend, I should be uploading.
All right, thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Hey, sir, did you find out anything about like the end of year test or anything?
We have a meeting this Friday. I don't know right now, Mireya, to be honest with you, since all the ideas have been on the same page. But if you're in 10th grade, I mean, your only option is to go with calculus, if that's your case. But I know some of my other kids wanted to find out because they really, really want to join.